So, some sad news if you are a fan of the Virtual Console on the original Nintendo Wii. The service is being shut down, not very soon, but I believe the date for the Wii Shop channel being closed. Well, it'll be early 2019. Okay, so you've got time.
Yeah.
You've got time to pick up stuff. And even the thing is, even if you're not using a Wii, the Wii U, if you go into the Wii channel or the Wii emulator or the Wii side of the Wii U, you can still access the Wii Shop channel that way and download games that aren't. It's weird. There's like a Wii U Virtual Console and there's a Wii Virtual Console. Not all of the Wii Virtual Console games are available on the Wii U, and vice versa. So, you've got. I think there's certain things that are different. I think, of course, Wii U. I think they've all been upscaled to high definition. It's easier to. Well, I think you can even do Wii games on the Wii control pad now, or the gamepad. But there are some titles on there that never made it over to the Wii U, and that's pretty important. There's actually quite a few really good games that never got added to the Wii U Virtual Console. So you kind of have a time limit at this point if you want to not only get games, but if you have a balance of, what do they call them? Wii points?
I have no idea.
I remember it was a point system. Like 100 points was like $1. It was basically cents is what it boiled down to. The only game I actually have that I actually downloaded on the Wii was the original Super Smash Brothers. Because outside of that and the original Nintendo 64 cartridge, there's no way to play it unless you're going to do emulation. So that is actually on my Wii U, because it's kind of lame, but if you have a Wii and you get a Wii U, and let's say you are planning on playing your Wii games on the Wii U, you transfer them over to the Wii U, including save files for your Wii games, and then they will never be back on your original Wii unless I think you repurchase them. Or like my Smash Brothers Brawl save, can't transfer that back to the Wii. It's gone off of the Wii. So can't use GameCube controllers with my save data, which wish I knew in advance. Thank you, Nintendo. And aside from that, when it does stop in 2019, I think that there are some other things that are going to happen in advance. Nintendo will stop selling the shop's Wii points. Okay, so the Wii points, you will not be able to purchase any more Wii points starting March 26th of 2018. So there is a bit of you do have a bit of a time crunch. You have until March 26th to add any Wii points to buy games. And then 10 months after that, on January 31st of 2019, WiiWare, the Virtual Console, and the Wii Shop channel will no longer accept purchases. Nintendo did say that following that, the service and the Wii U transfer tool will work until some point in 2019, but then even that won't work. So let's say, you deleted some Virtual Console games to make room for others or whatnot. I don't even know how much flash memory there is on the Wii, but if you deleted them, you've also got a bit of a time limit on when you can re-download them. You won't be able to re-download them, ad nauseum. Why can't Nintendo settle on a network like Xbox Live and PlayStation Network? For the Wii and the DS, they had the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. And that went the way of the dodo pretty much a few months after the Wii U launched. And I think the Wii U is going to be losing its online service pretty soon also. And the Switch's online service, even though it's there, it hasn't actually officially launched yet at all. But I guess that's not going to be the Nintendo network. That's going to be something else. I don't know. They need to do something so that you can do things like the PlayStation Network. You can still even access and download games on your PSP still. They just have it so that everything can access the same store, and you can keep purchasing stuff. I don't know why they made all these little... It's like instead of having a large ecosystem of a shop to choose from, it's like each system is locked to its little ecosystem. And it's just strange that they want that way. Again, Nintendo is far ahead of the curve some of the times, and other times they're like an ancient company that doesn't even know how the internet's supposed to work. But what do you think of this news? I don't think it's too soon, by the way. I know that sometimes I get cranky about online services being taken away. This is not one of those cases. This is 2 generations behind now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly have any thoughts. I haven't had a Nintendo console, I think, since the Wii. That was back in like 2008, 2000. I think I don't know what happened to it.
Probably got cockroaches in it. Apparently, that's a problem.
Really?
Yeah. The vents are big enough for them to get in there.
I just remember like really wanting one as a kid because, you know, every other kid wanted one. And then I finally got one. And then I got like maybe 5 or 6 games for it. And then like a year passed and I was like, I don't want this anymore. Oh, that was back when I was kind of a brat. Kind of thankful I grew out of that. Yeah. Kind of. No. It is weird to think that the Wii is 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because that's... Gosh, I was in elementary school when the Wii came out.
Well, it's the Wii. The Wii came out 11 years ago. This November. I think when they say 12 years, they're talking about in 2018 or 20.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah, in 2019 it'll. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's old.
Yeah. Those numbers don't add up, but still, yeah, it's not quite that old yet.
Yeah, but
yeah, I picked up the Wii when Smash came out, and that was 2 years into its lifespan because Smash came out in 2008. The Wii launched in 2006. They weren't hard to find because Smash was out. They were still hard to find at that point. And then I think Nintendo finally figured out what their problem was and was able to get, units in the stores at a steady pace, like right after Smash Brothers came out. But the Virtual Console is cool. I mean, I think that some of the standouts, aside from the original Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64, which they've yet to move to the Wii U, and I don't think they're going to at this point. I think the Wii U's done, even with Virtual Console. Chrono Trigger was never brought over, although there's a plethora of systems that you can play Chrono Trigger on, so I don't really see that as too big of an issue. Um, there's actually, I think there's more Super Nintendo games that weren't moved over than Nintendo games, but you can find the lists online. I want to say Game Explain on YouTube did a comprehensive list of every single title that will be gone once this system shuts down. Because remember, we haven't heard any news about a virtual console on the Switch yet. Everyone is sure that they're going to have one, but wouldn't you think that they would have announced that by now if it was going to happen? And I'm not talking about the, well, you pay the $20 a month Nintendo Online service and you get a game, a Nintendo or Super Nintendo game, and then you get the option to buy it. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about a database, library of games that you can go and say, I want to buy that. They've never really handled the virtual console that well either. Like, they'll have, I want to say within the first 2 years of like the Wii and the Wii U and the 3DS, like they'll have weekly or bi-weekly releases, and then they just dry up and they just stop. It's like they only get the really popular titles out there, and then they just drop it. So it's kind of been hit or miss, and then randomly they'll have one like Earthbound come to the Wii U. No one was expecting it. Came out of the blue. It's there. So historically it's been a really strange service with Nintendo. I want to see it come to the Switch. I think it'd be crazy for them not to have it on the Switch. They need to get GameCube games on the Switch. I mean, yeah, we've had Nintendo 64. We've had, I think the Wii U introduced Game Boy Advance and DS games that you can download on it as well. But it's time for GameCube at this point.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I'd be down for that too. GameCube games on the go.